So Tyler Creator has decided to bless us with a deluxe edition of Call Me If You Get Lost. This time it's called the Estate Sale, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I'm honestly excited and pumped up for my viewers who have sticked around my channel and who have sticked around the Call Me If You Get Lost video that I made over what it's gonna be almost 2 years at this time. You guys know it's one of my most viewed videos on the channel, and I remember reacting to Lumberjack, which was the lead single of that record, and the entire just like rollout for that record was just like absolute madness. It was just like confusion. It was like, what other era or what other genre is Tyler going to explore or branch out to this time, and it blew everyone away, especially blew my mind, and just how effortlessly he could craft a world and be so comfortable with it, and in a completely new renaissance type of way. I think that every other 2 years we're getting an entirely different world from his musical capabilities, and it just proves that Tyler Creator is one of the most the Tyler Creator is obviously one of the most creative musicians, obviously creator, one of the most creative and ambitious musicians that are just still kicking it. Honestly, it's amazing. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think we've gotten a deluxe edition from a Tyler record in a very long time. If I'm not mistaken, Cherry Bomb or Wolf, I think, or even Goblin was like the last time we got a deluxe edition of any Tyler record. I don't think he dropped anything from Flower Boy nor Igor, except maybe a bonus track that's only available for vinyl or on YouTube if you search it up. But yeah, enough talking. I'm excited. I did listen to Dogtooth and Sorry Not Sorry, which were the lead singles for this deluxe edition, and they were pretty good. They were pretty decent. But I think the little irk that just, I guess, kind of makes me, I don't want to say worry about this record, but just, I guess, curious how he's going to, like, I guess, justify is, the justification of why do we need these 8 brand new tracks, because we have 8 new tracks, and the feature list is stacked. We got a track with Vince Staples, ASAP Rocky, and surprisingly YG out of all people. But yeah, I'm just extremely curious as going to like dive into this. Dogtooth is more of a tongue-in-cheek type of track, which I honestly really enjoyed and really liked. But I guess I sort of still struggle as to why he felt the need to release it. I'm not saying it's a bad track. I really do enjoy it, but it doesn't feel like something I was like, damn, like, I shouldn't have left this out of this record, or it's like, it's so good that I want to put it in the deluxe edition. It's a good track though. But Sorry Not Sorry was more of like an introspective type of version of Tyler. In the music video, he's sort of like killing his other alter egos and hinting that there's going to be a new alter ego for, I guess, the next project, the next phase of his musical career, which I'm obviously excited to hear. But yeah, it was more, I guess, going that Massa sense, that Massa from Call Me If You Get Lost, obviously the original track, where he's going more introspective. He's going a bit more, I guess, self-aware, a bit more conscious hip hop, laid back. Let the beat isn't necessarily the biggest thing that this song has. It's the word, it's the weight that the words are carrying, which I do appreciate. Honestly, I do appreciate it a lot. It's gonna be a really short one because, as I said, I listened to Dogtooth and Sorry Not Sorry. So yeah, anyway, let's hop in. Listen to Everything Must Go, and I'll let that thing transition to the next track because it's only 38 seconds. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta pause that. I know we're just like 20 seconds into the song, but the flow that Vince is going off of just reminds me of like FM, FM. Yeah, I think that's the name of the project, FM, or like Big Fish Theory type of vibes. Cause like if you hear that sort of like summary type of dun 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 dun, dun it gives you that type of vibe. It's giving more FM vibes for anyone who've heard that record, which you should. It's a very short record. It has an insane replay value. Gotta stay hydrated. Alright, so that was Stuntman. I love how it just transitions to the next track. I didn't even notice it, and it's a beautiful sample. I want to get into that track. But yeah, just to talk, I guess, about Stuntman, and well, actually, I want to talk more about the 28-second track. I like how he's opening this thing up. It's almost like a post Call Me If You Get Lost. Like, this is gonna sound like, I guess, over complex, because I know this obviously made during the same era, and these are just a bunch of leftovers that are made. It's sort of like it's untitled, unmastered, but at the same time, it's not. But yeah, I mean, I like how he's almost like doing a huge celebration, because I guess seeing like in the future how I guess great this record turned out to be, and sort of like thank you for support for the album and the previous albums and projects, and now I'm gonna just give you even more material to feed on, which I think was like kind of like a cool and funny way of just opening this record. But yes, that was an absolute banger. I love the synths in the background that are sitting on the mix. They gave me these like old school bling era hip hop. I'm thinking more of like late 2000s, if not mid 2000s, with those like eerie synths and that just hard distorted bass that's just sitting there as well, and those drums. And I really, I honestly, as I said, I really did like the Vince feature, even though it was a bit too short. I thought it was great. I like how Tyler's just carrying the whole momentum and flow, and he's just talking his stuff here and there, just flexing like he did in Call Me If You Get Lost. So yeah, we're gonna hear sounds of flexing. We might hear some introspective tracks, but so far I'm really liking what I'm hearing right now. I'm getting some huge today vibes to this one. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. I know I'm talking a lot, but bro, though, just it's been like 5-10 seconds at most, and the whole vibe I'm already getting with that luxurious sample is like I'm getting some Currency vibes, some Larry June vibes, some Alchemist vibes. Bro, Alchemist. It just sounds like an Alchemist beat. Cause like the whole laid back feelings I was saying, it's like, bro, like blunt rotation type feeling where you just like smoking, or you just high out of your mind, but just chilling and relaxing with the homies. And if you know what I'm trying to say, it's like you're not really thinking, like your thoughts are not clouded. It's like you're just at ease, you're calm, you're not thinking at all. That's the type of vibe and feeling I'm getting, and I hopefully this track carries on the same vibe. And Tyler is like taking us on like a mental journey, and just like a blissful journey where we were like just disconnected from reality.
So much entitlement, my family be acting in so many white diamonds. Yeah, I got jungle fever.
I love the bars that he's saying, that he's scared of going into his past, and he has to like work every day, just go to 100%. Uh, I really understand where he's coming from, because he did drop these hints. I think in Masa and other tracks, especially in his, I guess, his whole career growth is something to write about. His feature in Freddie Gibbs Alfredo, which is honestly incredible. What he was, I guess, talking about his whole transition from being a goblin to being a businessman. I guess from being obviously like more of a snarky teenager to just transitioning to a full grown and mature adult, and learning from his past mistakes and just evolving in this beautifully, as I said, mature adult manner and way. And yeah, this is more of a continuation of that, I believe. And I really like the introspectiveness that Tyler is offering us here right now so far in this track.
Selfish ain't the word, regret ain't evil. Before you get the huffing and the puffing, take a breather.
Alright, so that was What a Day. I know I was like giving Odyssey commentary throughout the track, but I guess how it was like wrapping up nicely at the end, where he was giving advice to his listeners and giving advice for future musicians. I was just like, is people in general to be more independent, to I guess learn, like he learned from his mistakes, and grow as a human being, grow as a person, and just fulfill it to like your, I guess, your highest potential, which I think is honestly encouraging, and it's one of the most thought-provoking things I think Tyler has said so far in his career. And I think what makes it more credible, and I think what makes it more credible coming from Tyler himself, is that we've seen, as I said earlier, his career just we've seen his career just do a huge 180 as time went by, with the album cycles, as he was mentioning, how he's grown more independent as a person, how he doesn't really need to rely on that many people for his own self-love and just his own, I guess, his own business and stuff like that, which I honestly thought was a cool reference and a cool bar. But yeah, so far this is like the strongest track out of the bunch, Not to discredit the others, but I think this one, instead of the a completely woozy and ethereal sample that I was playing in the background, I think Tyler is saying a lot, even in just 3 minutes. He's saying like a lot, a lot, a lot. And I'm honestly surprised this wasn't in the. And I'm honestly surprised this specific song was not in the original album. Because like it's like massa, but just I guess more chilled and laid back. All right, next song we got "Heaven to Me."
No one I can wake up when I'm finished with my sleep. Ain't no kids to feed, no stress I bleed. I don't got a boss, I go wherever and don't care about the cost. Got X to jail, ain't got no psyche hiccups. Plus I dress this well, my heaven 24/7. That's heaven. The lake water getting warmer from the radiant sun. My baby mama and my daughter getting chased by my son.
Like I guess the whole like grasp I'm getting from what he's trying to say, or the whole scenery that's established in my head right now, is that he's sort of like just envisioning what a perfect life is for him. And it's like, I like how at the start he's like, child free, going through. I'm spending as much money as I want to, and spending on all these luxurious houses or clothing, and it's like I have freedom to do whatever I want to when I achieve this at this point in status and wealth. And I like how now he's just talking, like I guess, fantasizing about a perfect family where he's with his girlfriend or wife, and he has his kid, and he has his mama house, and it's like I'm getting the whole scenery of like a perfect family, or what he's trying to, I guess, fantasize about. And I really love the sample; it's adding a lot to it. The sort of beachy guitar, islandy, tropical vibes that are in the background, that are, while it can be a bit, I guess, grounded at times, I feel that it's like a very, it's like a very extra touching element that brings a lot to the track.
Like, as a kid, it used to be the cream hat and the green, the cheetah print on the teamer. I didn't have much, but for certain I had a dreamer.
Honestly, that's one of the better tracks of the Estate Sale Deluxe edition that we're getting here. It's very, as I said, it's very laid back, it's very beachy. He seems to be, I guess, pushing more of this narrative type of vibe. And I like it because he's sort of like, I guess, adding, it's sort of like a DLC addition to what he was trying to say in Call Me If You Get Lost. This whole, I guess, fantasy about living a very perfect, luxurious life, exotic life. As I said, like shopping more extravagant clothes, shopping, I guess, getting more houses and stuff like that. It's just very extravagant and exotic, and it's like I'm just picturing like a very like, as I said, exotic, extravagant scenery. And I'm just knowing that he's a Wes Anderson fan. I'm thinking of the pastel colors that Wes Anderson has in his films. So it's like I'm getting that television. I'm getting a very nice, colorful, in the same time, light, vibes from this. If that makes any sense for anybody. But yeah, honestly, I really do enjoy this track a lot. But anyway, we're now going to be arriving to the final track. Well, I mean, not the final track of the estate sale, but the final track, I guess, for this review, because as I said, I already listened to Sorry Not Sorry. So yeah, let's go to the next track featuring YG.
Whack ass niggas, you know, okay, shawty. Tell me what's the problem. Codes to the crib, even let you meet my mama. Okay, we both. I just want someone to talk to.
The transition is whoa. Alright, so that was Boyfriend Girlfriend featuring YG. That was a very interesting song. And it's funny because there was a whole, like, I guess, teaser that there was going to be an album called Welcome to Disco, which I think Tyler discarded. It's not called Welcome to Disco. But if it were, or if there was going to be a song that was very, like, disco-y, or the sound was going to be disco-like, this is giving me that type of vibe. It's like if Flower Boy and Igor made a baby, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, like, Call Me If You Get Lost got in there. I'll leave it to your imagination. But yeah, it's giving me that sort of vibes. It's like a huge like fusion and just collaboration between the three albums. But yeah, honestly, I think it's a very interesting take. I guess more from like new disco type of I guess era. The YG feature surprisingly sort of matched in here, even though it didn't like. I mean, it did add some type of energy and vibe to it, but it wasn't like I guess a longer verse or anything like that. It was more like the intro and then some shouts in the background, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, surprisingly, he did match the tone of this song, and title just makes sense. But yeah, for a demo, this is pretty like cool and interesting to see that this is part of his thought process that he was considering putting music and just sounds like that into Call Me If You Get Lost. But I guess my issue sort of comes with I guess it being a demo because even with it being 3 minutes, I don't see it fully realized. I feel that it's like I don't want to say one note, but like when it had that sort of transition sort of at the middle or almost finishing, I expected it to I guess take me somewhere, but it just didn't take me anywhere. It was like a brief transition or sort of breakdown that just out of nowhere just came back to the same note that was playing, the same I guess vibe that was playing. That I think becomes a slightly redundant as the song goes on. But yeah, it's not a bad track at all. I think it's fine. I like the whole idea, I like the whole concept, but I think I appreciate it more than I enjoy it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that was the estate sale by. Yeah, that was the estate sale or the estate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the estate sale or deluxe edition of Call Me If You Get Lost. It's one of the most like unexpected releases ever because he announced this thing like this Monday, and I was like, it was like crazy and stuff. Hopefully, this doesn't mean that he's not gonna drop a new project. I still have my hopes that he's gonna drop an album this summer. Hopefully, we get teasers and stuff like that. And man, it's gonna be insane, especially how he predicted in the music video for Sorry Not Sorry. But I guess my overall thoughts summed up for the estate sale. I thought it was a cool mini like DLC attached to here. Well, it was a sort of a cool mini DLC for this record. And while I do think that there's some songs that don't really change or I guess add that much significant value to the original album, and but there were also some songs that I thought like this is great and why wasn't it in this record? And this probably could replace some of the I guess the lowlights of Call Me If You Get Lost. But yeah, I guess that's how I'm viewing it right now as my initial reactions. It could grow. Some of the songs I didn't like could grow, and I guess I could see more of the value that it brings to the original record, or I guess the overall experience. But yeah, those are my thoughts for the estate sale. What do you guys think of this deluxe edition? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn notification bell on so you miss an upload from me. And yeah, stay safe and cover everybody. Peace out.